But of course, Elon isn't just working on Tesla. He's working on plenty more, including Neuralink, which I've been providing updates to the audience on because I'm so curious about it. Neuralink, the implant, the cyborg status for humanity. Very exciting, very interesting stuff. We have a report here on techtimes.com talking about, well, it's a couple of quotes from Musk about the potential for Neuralink to be capable of changing the user's mood on demand. Well, and it threw me for a philosophical loop. What is a mood if you control it, right? A mood is always a reaction or a response or something like this, isn't it? If you are constantly in a good mood, what's a good mood? Because a good mood is always relative to a bad mood.
Yes. Like
night and day.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious how all this works and who's going to submit themselves to a bad mood when they have the option of a good mood. Maybe everybody gets bored of a bad mood. No, maybe everybody gets bored of a good mood so that it's no longer a good mood. But a bad mood becomes a good mood because it's different from a good mood.
Oh. Or is there a way to elevate a good mood to even a better mood?
Of course. So anyways, I mean, we have...
chasing the dragon.
Yes, you're chasing the mood dragon, which some people do on their own without an implant. There's all kinds of psychological stuff going on out there. People pick the bad mood all the time. I'm curious how people will use this. Originally, of course, in the big picture stuff for this is that it could help people with spinal cord injuries, restore mobility and movement. That its initial target would be people with disabilities, and that's, of course, really important. But according to Elon, the tech could also help in alleviating stress and anxiety by altering and balancing the brain's hormone levels, relieving emotional tension. So, now this to me seems more like a pharmaceutical. Like you take a mood-altering drug, which could change the hormone level. And if you didn't have to take the drug, that could be nice. You just have the implant. I don't know, you hit the button. I don't know, you're in the app. You hit yourself with a little serotonin.
Yeah.
When you need it. I feel like everybody's going to OD on this stuff. You got it on a button.
First day.
But of course, we're obviously misinterpreting this. There would have to be some sort of measures. There would have to be some sort of way to govern how this all happens. The technology is capable of connecting to the human brain. If it emerges successful and able to produce a working prototype, a chunk load of data bandwidth available for streaming and use in the human brain. The company's team of scientists and researchers said in a published paper last year. So the technology will help in a person's temperament and emotional levels to handle a surge in stress and emotions. In turn, the person using Neuralink's chip will have more control and have better reasoning skills. So here's where I see this potentially working, and I don't know at all if this is possible because, of course, the tech here is it's some high-level, sophisticated stuff. God knows how it's going to be operational, the behind-the-scenes stuff that makes this work. But you know that moment when you're really angry? You know that feeling of like tremendous anger and you're not being rational?
All the time. No.
I mean, everybody's had that experience at one point.
Yeah, I hear you.
And it's like, an hour later, you hate yourself. You're like, how did I allow myself to get like that? I'm not saying this happens frequently, but everyone has had the experience at least once.
How did I get so violent?
Yeah, but what was that about? And you have this, you really feel like you want to apologize because you were so irrational. You didn't even really want to behave the way you just behaved. And I'm not saying you did anything super drastic. You were just a jerk, let's say.
Yeah.
And so we all try to cope with that after the fact and apologize to people and all the rest of it. But imagine in that moment, the Neuralink and the app would somehow determine that you were going into that state and hit you with the alternative hormone that would chill you out and immediately put you in that rational mind where you...
Go on.
Where you would say you would get to the place sooner so that you couldn't have the outburst.
Right. But like you said at the beginning, where like you would have to have those kind of like lessons, right?
Mm-hmm.
In order to feel bad, you have to feel good.
It's philosophically, this whole thing gets very bizarre.
Yeah.
Because so much of the way we categorize things is based around whatever the norm is. It's based around the contrast, the differences, as we were just talking about. Good, bad, up, down, hot, cold. All of these things are relative.
Yeah, it's important to, go through those experiences.
Yeah.
Right? In contrast.
It's like an addict, right? An addict has as much of the thing as they want whenever they want it. Why are they so miserable? Because it stops working.
You eventually feel numb.
It stops working. Interesting. Time will tell.